Hey, in this episode, I want to talk to you guys about how to avoid burnout.
I spent the last 14 years playing over 1,000 shows, touring 22 different countries, and become a top 40 Billboard charting artist. I fired my record label to go out on my own as an independent artist to market and release my own music, selling thousands of albums and millions of streams. The question I always get is, how did I do it without a label and sell even more music? This podcast is here to show you the way. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share marketing strategies to grow my music business and a loyal fan base.
So hey guys, I'm just going for my walk here in the mall. They're doing a lot of construction, and it's actually finally warming up in Toronto, so hopefully I can start doing my walk and rock podcasts outside again, because it's finally warming up and not so freezing cold. But it's always so funny, all the people here walking and all the old people. I always call them old biddies, but it's great, they care about their health and getting some exercise. You want to move, man. You got to move. That actually is one way to avoid burnout is making sure you're exercising and moving. I think we're going to be joining this kind of gym thing that has like a spa and stuff like that. We're going to invest in it and just put our health as a priority in our family, and just keep the health vibes going. But I wanted to talk to you about avoiding burnout. And I remember when I was touring, this is probably around 2010, 2011, and so that's like 10 years ago almost, but I still remember this story vividly. And this is when we were having a lot of success at radio for the first time in the US, and my phone was going off the hook, just asking me to do shows. That was probably one of the busiest years for shows in my career, was 2010. It was when my album, The Chase, came out, and we were just getting tour offer after tour offer after tour offer, which is funny because it was that year ahead that me and my wife said, hey, we're going to pull back, because I was already touring a lot and was like, look, we need to pull back and just kind of balance and be home a little bit more, because she wasn't coming out on the road anymore, so I was like barely seeing her. And not only did I keep doing more shows the next year, we throttled up even harder and started doing even more shows. And I've shared before, whenever I look at that touring history, sure, it's like, cool, we did a lot of tours and stuff, but it also makes me really sad because I realize how gone I was from my wife. And I remember sometimes getting sick on the road just because some of them were driving through the night and just trying to get to the show. And, even when we did get the hotels, sometimes we'd have to wake up early the next morning, so you couldn't even always enjoy the nice hotel, which is always frustrating. Or sometimes you get back from the hotel and or from the show, you get to the hotel and you couldn't sleep because you're just so stirred up and thinking about stuff. And I remember some of those times, it wasn't that I was thinking about bad stuff, it was like I was just dreaming, I was excited and things were happening. But there's always a cost at this. And I remember getting home from a show and I'd barely be home. I'd fly home for a day and I'd have to literally leave the next day a lot. And it's like I'd see my wife for not very long, and it's so excited to see each other, but at the same time it hurt because we knew I was going to be leaving again literally in 24 hours or less. And I remember I got offered an extra show for some good money, and I was going to fly out to do it the next day. And I think I just got home kind of in the evening, didn't have any kids at this time. And I was sitting on the couch and I was eating this grapefruit, and my wife was like, don't, and I think I spilt some on the couch. She's like, don't get any juice on the couch. I kind of snapped at me a little bit. And I remember I just put the grapefruit down and I just started crying and bawling my eyes out. And she put her arms around me. She's like, you're canceling that show tomorrow. She's like, I don't care what it is. They can get somebody else to come and frickin' play. And I remember okay, thank you. Cause I was totally burnt out from doing so many shows so long. And again, I'm not saying not to work hard. I'm not saying there's not a time where you need to put on the thrusters and really go for it and kill it, but you need balance, man. Your health, I think I shared that I've gotten shingles one time a long time ago because I was working too hard. Working hard has never been my problem, but I thank God in the last few years I've really learned to work smarter and leverage. And if you have not watched my webinar, I think it's smartmusicbusiness.com. You should be able to sign up there. But I talk about how I sold over 15,000 albums online without touring and without a label. And those are probably the easiest 15 plus thousand. It's going to be 20,000. I should just start saying 20,000 soon. But those are the easiest 15 to 20,000 records I've ever sold. A lot easier than doing dozens and dozens of tours. And what's also great is I get all the money for that and not the label. When I was touring like a freaking madman, that's when the record was under the label, so they were getting the majority of the income from that. Sure, I got the show income and stuff, which was great, but you know that we were selling so many records back then, and I only got like 20-25%, if that, from the deal. And so I just say, like, you know, you want to learn leverage. You want to learn how to reach more people using online marketing, which is what I really talk about that. And honestly, like, just because you're working hard doesn't mean you're working smarter. You know, there's always a better way to do things and to leverage yourself and leverage your time, as opposed to, like, I share this story on the training, if you go to smartmusicbusiness.com, about how after one show I would walk up to people and try and sell them CDs one-on-one. Well, I thank God that I don't have to do that right now. I'm running Facebook and Instagram ads, and Zuckerberg is walking up to people for me and pitching my CD. And what's great about it is it's pitching my best music video and using my best song to give people the most best experience, best performance, because it's studio recording of my best song and showcasing it to people that are most likely to buy it. And guess what? That's why I'm selling so much music every single freaking day while I'm even walking and recording this podcast. Like, I know I'll probably go check my phone and there's sales. And that comes back again to what I talked about in previous episodes, is like you're checking your phone for followers. I check my phone for sales. Like, what do you think's better? You want to check your phone for likes and followers? You want to check your phone for sales? You know, you can't deposit followers and likes into your bank account. All right. So I'm just trying to stretch and get a new mindset. So go to smartmusicbusiness.com. But this all comes down to basically is, yeah, work hard. That's fine. There's a time where you got to put in the muscle, but comes a time where you got to start leveraging yourself and start working smarter. And one idea for that, just regarding the touring, is getting on bigger tours. It always amazed me that we would do this massive tour and be in front of thousands and thousands of people. And I remember doing a tour before that or doing a tour after that, and it would take 7 shows to equal the amount of people that we performed at one show when we were on the big tour. Which one do you think is working smarter? You know, doing all the multiple tours and shows and you feel good about yourself because it's your headlining show, but you're only playing for like 100, 150 a night or 50 people a night. Or you can get on one big tour, whether that's a freaking buy-on or whatever, but you get on a bigger tour and you're performing for 1,500, 2,000 people a night. You know, that's an example of leverage. But imagine doing that online with online marketing. That's what I do now, so that I don't even have to freaking be there. Okay, even though I do miss the touring sometimes, and I am going to do it again because I miss it, but I want to do it smart. Definitely smart. That's why we call this Smart Music Business. But I hope this has encouraged you. If you want more tips, make sure you join Fanbase University. Go to fanbaseuniversity.com. We send you 2 books. I send you a fighter ring for your welcome package when you join. And then, again, you get so much training, so many courses, plus you get coaching with me twice a month to talk to my ugly face and my voice. But I believe in you. I want to remind you that a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. And let's use leverage and avoid burnout by working smarter, not harder.
So if you're a struggling artist and you're just trying to figure out this music industry, you want to go full-time with your music, you want to get noticed on social media, or learn how to launch an album, an EP, or just get your music more marketed out there, I want to encourage you to check out my coaching program called Fanbase University. Every single month, I jump on the phone 2 times with my students and I coach them and I teach them how to market their music, how to get noticed, how to handle booking agents, record labels, and just get their music out there. Also, you get access to exclusive training, you get interviews with music industry professionals. If you want to find out more and not do this on your own, not struggle, because I've wasted thousands of dollars on my career and now I want to coach other artists. Check out my program, fanbaseuniversity.com, or click the link below to find out more info.